Chapter 50 of the novel The Golden Tip, The Entanglement of the Under and Overworld and the Murder of Gerrit-Jan Heijn by Slobodan Mitric, alias Karate Bob. Chapter 50. Dr. Troublemaker has a morning meeting with Jan Manahutu in the restaurant of the Caransa Hotel on Amsterdam's Rembrandt Square. The hotel is named after Caransa, one of the leading men in the G10 organization, who was kidnapped in 1997 and only released after having paid 10 million guilders to the kidnappers. Do you know Caransa? Jan asks. Not personally. He's the biggest crook in the world. What do you mean? He staged his own kidnapping in order to evade paying taxes, Jan whispers. Nonsense. It's a public secret in all Dutch secret services. Everyone knows that Caransa staged the whole thing himself. Dr. Troublemaker shakes his head. I don't believe it. Jan Manahutu bends his index finger as if shooting a pistol. Caransa gave orders to kill Robbie. Robbie Koning? Dr. Troublemaker wonders. Jan taps his fingers on the table. Sure. Robbie wanted to squeal that he had an arrangement with Caransa about his kidnapping. In return for his freedom, he gave the police information about a heroin transport on a Russian ship in Rotterdam harbor, which the G10 group financed. So, Jan points his finger at Dr. Troublemaker. On the very same day he made the deal with the public prosecuting service, Robi was shot in Amsterdam after having had dinner in a small restaurant in front of Theater Carré. But why am I telling you all this? You know it much better than I do. Dr. Troublemaker frowns and gives his companion a questioning look. Is this an interrogation? Jan clears his throat. I told you that by chance. Yeah, sure. We're sitting in the Caransa Hotel, so I just thought of it. Aha! You invited me to this hotel to remember those things by chance, right? There is a short pause. Dr. Troublemaker looks out through the huge windows onto the street. He imagines seeing Iris getting off the tram and entering the restaurant. When the anonymous lady gets inside, he noticed that she very much resembles his fiancée. Jan picks up the conversation. Were you involved in that affair? Dr. Troublemaker returns with his thoughts to his companion. I'm sorry, Jan, this is not going to work anymore. But why? Dr. Troublemaker throws him a bitter look. How could you spread the lie that I was preparing a coup d'etat in Indonesia? Jan is beating around the bush. I swear to you, I didn't say that. Job must have had his fingers in that. Dr. Troublemaker lifts his index finger as a threatening sign. You're nothing but a lousy schemer. Job told me that you beat up his father once. Jan clenches his fist. Sure I did. I'll beat up that rat as well. Francine is my relative. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had anything to do with Job. Dr. Troublemaker frowns. Then who gave the Americans false information that I'm preparing a coup d'etat in the Moluccas? I'm telling you, it was Job. Now this is the restaurant where Robbie Koning came on that eventful night, and he saw, standing about right here, somebody aiming a gun at him. And so what he did is he got very scared and ran across the street to the Amstel River, and he jumped in and started to swim to the other side, but they were shooting at him while he was swimming, and he probably got killed. in this scene, and that is how Robbie Koning came to his end. End of his life, and that's the further explanation of what is related in chapter 50 of the Golden Tip. Now this is the house on Slobodan Street 22 in Amsterdam, where poor old Robbie Koning lived with his girlfriend, little Queenie, when he was so drastically murdered in that restaurant, in front of that restaurant, swimming across the Amstel, near the theatre Carré, which is just around the corner here. We're standing on a street just parallel to the Amstel.